there's been a lot of talk lately about a proposed data center in Hermantown. You might be familiar with the issue, but maybe you have some questions about what the term data center even means. Our Alex Sapp spoke with experts to get a clear definition for us. Alex, what are we talking about here?
Well, Darren, putting aside the debate over where they should be built, suffice it to say they are a critical piece of infrastructure for handling all of the data in our modern world. Data centers have been the subject of much discussion around the country lately, but how many of us know exactly what one is? IBM, which operates over 60 around the world, defines the term as a physical room, building, or facility that houses IT infrastructure for building, running, and delivering applications and services. Put very, very simply, it's a room full of computers, and the size of that room can vary substantially.
I want to point out that data centers really come in all shapes and sizes. And some can be as small as just a floor in an office building, while others can be these like massive warehouse style facilities.
Haley Chinander is an analyst at the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis who's been researching data centers. Specifically, those warehouse-style facilities she mentioned.
Those larger scale facilities, often called hyperscale. These can span millions of square feet, and they require or can have a huge amount of power capacity.
Now, data centers have been around for quite some time already. The first hyperscale facility was built by Google nearly 20 years ago in Oregon. But most of us have been hearing more about them lately.
Much of the construction of these data centers has been due to recent developments in artificial intelligence, but they've already existed in the past for things like cloud computing and then also cryptocurrency mining.
Data centers do already exist in Minnesota, such as the ARC data center in Duluth, though this one is admittedly on a much, much smaller scale. Hyperscale facilities are newer for the region.
They usually have lots and lots of servers that are using lots and lots of power, which means they get hot.
And getting hot means staying cool.
There are a lot of data centers that need cooling technologies to make sure that these servers don't get overheated. And when you're building in places like Arizona or Atlanta, that will stay warm year round, you're going to need a lot more either water or other types of cooling technologies to keep these servers cool. Up here in Minnesota, it's colder more often year round than it is down south. So that just inherently will make cooling costs less up here than they might be in other markets.
While there are several proposals on the table for these large centers in the region, Chinander says it's not exactly a done deal. Companies like Amazon and Microsoft have pulled out of some of their plans in Minnesota and Wisconsin.
This market seems to be in this kind of constant state of flux. So the future of this region as a potential data center hub, or if there's going to be a real boom here, it's not quite set in stone just yet.
Now, a lot of the concerns when it comes to data centers are about water and power consumption. The engineers for the proposal in Hermantown have talked about waterless cooling for that data center. And as for power consumption, we're not quite sure yet. So rest assured, though, we are keeping a very close eye on all of this.
A lot of questions about this for sure.